for 5 days of Rust action. We're buzzing for this. I know you guys at home are too. James, we are in for a treat, my friend. This is going to be huge.
This is going to be an amazing wipe. And yes, it is almost a full wipe. 5 days long, we'll have a server up for all of our competitors to just get up to Rust shenanigans. And what a way, Becca, to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Rust.
Yeah, it's an amazing opportunity to celebrate this huge milestone for Rust. And we've got so many new things in the game since the last time, so it's going to be super exciting and so different to the previous gameplay that we've seen.
Yeah, so many things have changed. You guys have that front row seat, and we're going to break it all down for you. Trust us. To give you a bit of an understanding of the format, here is what is coming your way. 150 players, creators, streamers teaming up for your viewing pleasure here. 10 teams. It was 8 last time back in May. It's now 10. We have 15 players. Each team, it used to be 20, now it's 15. So this is going to really shift things up, I think, quite considerably here. So it's going to be really exciting. But James, walk us through our tournament over this next 5 days.
That's right. So we're going to have 5 days of amazing competition. The first 4 days, though, will be the build phase, and there will be challenges along the way, along with other objectives that players can play for. But it's day number 5 that I think everyone is looking forward to. That's when the raid phase begins, and that's when everyone's tool cupboards are up to get destroyed. And so I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be an amazing day. Last time around, we got to see some great merge raids. Very few successful raids. I think one successful raid throughout all of that, but it should still be entertaining regardless, especially now that we have the 15 player cap on our teams. But again, there's just so much to do.
So much to do. So much to break down after last time as well with that finale, which was just unforgettable. Daily challenges too, Becca. These are a big factor as well.
Yep, so there is going to be a unique challenge per day. Like we saw in the last time, nobody's going to know what they are until the day of broadcast, and the teams get to choose their representatives that they are going to put in. They can win a super serum and 30 ID tags. So it's an amazing thing to win, and everybody is going to want to get that. They're going to be putting their best players in for whatever task is going to be announced.
Yeah, damn right. It's all about getting that kind of added factor bonus if you can do in game. But there's optional challenges as well, James. And again, I think these are really going to change things up for our players and give them something to really focus on.
That's right. So we've got an optional challenge that'll be running throughout the entire week until our raid phase. So the first 4 days, any player can go ahead and challenge the Only Up course, which is a jump quest that you can compete in. The fastest time to complete it at the end of the week will win an additional prize. We'll also have every so often the power hours. So it's something like most X resources collected or crafted during a specified time. And if you are that player that has the most whatever crafted or farmed, then you will win an extra prize. So there are multiple ways to just win here during Twitch Rivals.
Yeah, it just feels like everything's been leveled up. We thought it was amazing last time. It's even more amazing this time around. And that incredible prize pool as well. $100,000 up for grabs here as well. And look, oh, Becca, look at those trophies and medals.
It's amazing. It's amazing. That trophy's got a little plunger on there with the CD, and that medal. I would be gunning to win that medal at least. Look at that. It's fantastic.
I need that in my collection, James.
Oh,
I mean, $15,000 and you know, TC's being destroyed. It's great for the monetary bonus, but those medals, man. Plus, I mean, look at these challenges. You mentioned those challenges, superlatives, James. Loads of other ways you can earn cash here.
That's right. The top 3 scores for the Only Up challenge, like we said, that will be taking place across the first 4 days of the wipe. And so we'll win out. It looks like $1,400 total for the top 3, but it's number 1 that walks away with $800. And speaking of $800, we have our superlative awards. We'll have 10 of those that'll be taking place. It's basically all across the entire week for things like most sulfur collected, most tea crafted, which is going to be quite interesting, especially with some of the additions to our rosters this time around. Most animals slain. If you are the top gun in any of those categories at the end of the week, you'll be able to score an extra $800 in your pocket.
Oh, you know, I love it when there's Twitch Rivals formats like this, where it's not just a case of not necessarily one person, one team wins everything. There are multiple ways that teams can win things over the course of the 5 days here. But let's cast our mind back to earlier on this year very quickly here. Becca, we had an unbelievable experience back in May this year. We saw, I think it was Coconut Bee's team managed to claim victory, clutch it up right at the very end there, which was just incredible.
Yeah, it was amazing. Just snuck those tags right under everybody's noses and just clutched it at the very end. It was amazing.
It really was. I mean, you guys at home as well, obviously, you are always a huge part of this experience for us, and you can get really behind all of the players, of course, as well, the creators and streamers, maybe familiar with, or brand new to as well. Make sure to follow them, give them a follow. But also, we want you to take part in all the fun things coming away, such as guessing with Duncan, should I say. Duncan, one of our fabulous partners here on Twitch Rivals. Chat, there's a great way for you to be involved with this, where you have the chance to win something really big. You can see in the polling widget right beside me here. There is an extension. You can make your predictions, watch your name shoot up the leaderboard there, and the top 10 finishers get $10 Duncan and Twitch gift cards. And the first place winner claims a Swish Duncan sling bag as well, plus entry into a monthly draw for Duncan and Twitch Rivals co-branded gaming chair, which is amazing, going to one lucky winner. So make sure, want to find out the rules, !Duncan, you can do that. You can cast your predictions right now. Get on it, chat. Get on it. Great ways to win there, and courtesy of our fabulous partners, Duncan. I'm excited for this. I mean, James, that's the great thing. The chat seems so much a big part of this. They're always getting so involved, and we love having them here for the whole experience.
Yeah, and the great thing is, as you're watching along, you're going to be able to earn a lot of amazing drops, not just from watching Twitch Rivals, but each individual team has 2 skins each. So make sure you go on to that Twitch website, or the FacePunch website, to check out who's streaming and who you can earn the rewards from. I mean, I'm looking at that Blueprint Rock myself. Becca, is there any drop that you're looking forward to?
I really like, who has the really like glow-in-the-dark door? I can't remember who it was.
A glow-in-the-dark door.
And then there's also Coco Bee's furnace.
The furnace,
with
yeah, the gorilla.
Oh
I
my
saw
god,
that.
it looks so good.
There's so many great things. What we'll do here right now on Twitch Rivals, a short break from us. When we come back, you're going to find out loads more about what's coming your way at the course of these next 5 days. Do not go anywhere. We'll see you back here for loads more Rust 10th anniversary Team Battle 4 in just a sec.
Welcome, test subjects. You have been selected as participants in the latest experiment of a top-secret research project known as Project Glitch. Congratulations. Over the next 5 days, you will be observed closely as your survival ability and mental endurance are put to the test across various threats and challenges. Each day, there will be mandatory assignments designed to evaluate specific skills, such as physical performance, teamwork, and critical thinking. Teams will be required to select volunteers to participate in these daily events, for which the most successful team will earn a super serum that will grant very powerful team-wide buffs. Along with completing these daily evaluations, your objective will also be to collect the most ID tags through the use of physical combat and locating drop supply crates. Each team of subjects will be granted an island on which you must build and protect a base while stockpiling resources by any means necessary. Around the map, you may encounter scientists wearing purple hazmat suits. Be advised, they work for us, and they will be performing their own confidential assessments as required throughout the project. Test subjects, listen closely. On the 5th and final day, all teams will battle to the death. The final team left standing will receive high marks and a very generous bonus. The rest will be wiped. If more than one team remains at the conclusion of the experiment, the number of ID tags collected will determine the winner. Test subjects, Project Glitch is once again underway. Good luck. And remember, we're watching you.
Project Glitch has initiated. Let's have it. Welcome back into Twitch Rivals Rust 10th Anniversary Team Battle 4. Myself, James, and Becca. We are absolutely gassed for this one. I mean, you can see that. I mean, just the hype as well. They kind of what's coming our way over the course of the next 5 days. You know how we all play towards that 5th and final day. But I mean, James, shout out to the purple scientists in the hazmat suits as well. I love the snowball fight. I want in.
Super excited, and you know what a time, because it is of course the Christmas season coming along us. We're going to see a bunch of ice walls in a couple of weeks, so I think we are all ready for Christmas break.
Definitely are. I mean, Becca, I mean, we saw there as well, like kind of setting the scene for us. If we cast our minds back to earlier this year as well, tactically, strategically, our teams and how they played things then. I'm more than aware always that you guys at home, Twitch Rivals fans, who may not necessarily have seen the last one or be that familiar with Rust, give us kind of an overview of how you think teams will approach this as well. And we'll take a look at some of the players and teams as we go to. But what's your kind of like vibe on how this is going to go down?
Well,
it's going to really have to come down to just having a lot of players on as long as possible. And speaking of players, let's take a look at our teams. Our first two team captains, we got Al Capone and Blueprint. And taking a look at Blueprint's squad, that is absolutely nutty. You got Trossi, you got T-Guy Tom showing up for Twitch Rivals, and H. June Hyperat. This is going to be an amazing squad.
Yeah, and especially with T-Guy Tom on there, because he is going to make the top-notch teas for the whole team. We've got Team Mendo and Coco B. Base Trade is going to pipe the absolute beauty out of that base. It is going to be running like clockwork, absolutely. So, but we've also got like Deathwings on there, Farmer Lucas. I fought against Farmer Lucas the other week. Wasn't fun. Definitely have him on your team. And then on Coco B's team, we've got Vivid and Winnie. Also fought against Winnie. Rather have him on my team.
Yeah, and a lot of FPS pros on that squad too. You got Mandatratza, Corey, you got Dizzy. I know Pico is with Farmer Lucas quite a bit as well. I'm very familiar with both of these squads right here. More even showing up. And Team Metal. These are two squads you definitely have to look out for. Coco B, we'll see if back-to-back here. Because again, we were talking about that $82,000 play at the end of Rivals last week. Let's take a look at more of the captains that are coming up for us. We also have Team Dalacard, another representative from our last Rivals, and Team Disguised Toast. And that's what I love about Rust Rivals so far. We've been able to make a very global affair. And so we have a lot of representation. We have LATAM representation this time around too. We'll see it a little bit along. For Dollar Card, I'm not as familiar with a lot of these streamers. I'm sorry, I'm really NA kind of brain. Those are my streaming hours, but there is a name that I know at least, Mayo Puango. That's a name that I've struggled to say in the past, and hopefully I won't struggle here.
So now we're on Team Crowley and Panpots, and Spanish side I also am not too familiar with, but I know that Rokoi is one to watch out for, Guri as well, and I don't know too many on Crowley's team apart from him himself. So...
Yeah, but hey, we're going to have to watch some of these streamers anyhow because we want some of those drops. I think Psychop is one of the few names that I actually do recognize on here. And our final two captains, we've got, of course, Wellin and Willjum, and they brought along some amazing talents. Mr. Wobbles is back for another repeat performance, hopefully. I don't know if we're going to actually get another live concert or not, but that last one was amazing, right, Becca?
Oh, yeah. It was certainly something to remember. But knowing Wobbles, he will be doing some sort of little concert throughout, all the time, every day. It's just going to be a wonderful thing to watch throughout.
And the duality of Team Wellin, right? Because you got Mr. Wobbles giving us the amazing beats, and then you've got Bernie dragging us down to hell with his with his balloon play, and he's only been buffed this time around. Wait, we do have to talk about Willjum a little bit though, because we got Albin, Oil Rats. That's a scary team.
Oh yeah, and Blizzard as well. Blizzard makes some top-notch bases, and he's a beamer. So that's why I like him on my team. I'm just going to have them all on my team.
And you get, all 150 of them. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not, Becca?
Why not?
Why not? It's great points from last time. I remember the Mr. Wobbles kind of, dare we say, disco get together, rave, what would I call it? That was real fun. Exactly. And you could definitely watch that back. I mean, for you guys as well, make sure you are a huge part of this, as we always said here, and we love getting your comments in. I'm sure there'll be loads going to let us know who you're rooting for. Questions as well. If you're kind of new to Rust and want to find out more, you can always ask the team questions as well. We'll try and get those back to you. All you got to do is make sure you hashtag the feed. Hashtag the feed, really straightforward, really easy, whether you're on Instagram, on X, wherever it might be. If you just at Twitch Rivals and hashtag the feed and get your comments and things in, we'll try and feature those in the show by baking them into the screen. You can see with these fabulous faces in front of you right now, which I'll put it on the screen here and read those comments out live to you as well here. So yeah, exactly. You can see that and check that out. So make sure to hashtag the feed on socials and try and get those into us. You said that, loads of players that we are familiar with. And again, I think it's a really good point, actually, you both highlighted as well, that, there's some Spanish streamers or European NA ones might not necessarily know too much about, but this is a great opportunity to learn more about these players, about these kind of streamers and creators, because that's the whole point of Twitch Rivals. We kind of show that they have a showdown, and then we can say, hey, I might go check out their stream next time round. And that's the great thing. It's a beautiful thing. The community kind of always grows outwards from this point onwards here at Twitch Rivals. But to have 150 players, 10th anniversary is going to be absolutely huge. I kind of touched on it at the beginning there, Becca. But what is the strat today? I'm looking forward to seeing the islands and how that will look and how the bases be formed. But day one, what's the most important thing, do you think?
Farming. Pretty much farming. That's all we're going to see. Farming trees, farming nodes. They're going to need to get their base down now. They don't have to rush and have a secure base because people are not going to be able to go and ruin it straight away. But as long as they've got somewhere to put their loot so people can't come and pinch it, nobody can raid you. You just got to make sure they can't go deep on you. So shut the doors, guys.
Shut the doors. Shut the doors. Keep them locked. James as well. If you think about what happened in the last Rivals earlier on this year, which again we were kind of it was great to be a part of it as we all were. Looking back then, strategically, seeing there's a slight change to format in terms of obviously the different challenges and such, but also the fact that we've got this the team dynamics, like the size of the teams and the more teams. How does that affect things specifically? Do you think?
Yeah, that just creates more opportunities for third parties. We got to see a lot of times when we were in player perspectives, then there were these big 20v20 battles that other squads wanted to get involved, but they were just waiting in the wings, right, to look to get involved. And now we have a circular map, and so you can get attacked from so many different angles. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Of course, for day number one, because we're going to be stuck on Prim gear, I feel like there's going to be a high priority on being able to kind of snag yourself up a horse. So as soon as you see one, you keep that, and that's going to be your best friend for the first day.
Okay, you heard it right there, folks. Make sure to keep the chat alive. We want the energy from you guys at home. We're being told that it is time to dive on in to day number 1 of Twitch Rivals Rust 10th Anniversary Team Battle 4. So let's do exactly that right here, right now. Let's kick things off. Here we go. We're going to dive on in with James and with Becca, and we're going to start with Team Mim Al Capone, and we're chopping down some trees, baby.
Thank
As
you
predicted.
so much, Adam, and I hope you all at home are excited. This is the beginning of the wipe. We're not starting naked on the beach with the rock. We are already farming up, and like you said, Becca, it's going to be super important because we have some pretty big base plots on our individual islands for our teams to build up.
Yeah, it's a 12 by 12 grid. So we got teams of 15. I would say that's actually quite a tight building plot for a team of 15. But I'm sure that the base builders have got a base in mind that works well, that can house that many people, and for good amount of base defense when it comes to it.
Yeah, we do have limitations on the bases. We'll talk about that along the course of the week because, of course, we're not getting into the raid phase until the final day. Right now, it's going to be that individual plot throughout the week until the final day. Teams can move their TC whenever they need to. So if you see a TC in a base, that's probably not where it's going to be by the end of the week. So don't worry about that. It's day number 5. That's where the TC is locked in place, and that's where it's going to be most vulnerable right now. We get to see the new 10th anniversary balloons popped up all across the map as well. I mean, again, Becca, we have to talk about this. It's been 10 years of Rust. I've been watching Rust for maybe 7 years, 6 years, but it's only been about 5 years or 4 maybe that I've been actually playing, but it's been an amazing journey along the way.
I think I've been watching it for about 8 years, playing it for about 7. And when you think about the amount of people that have been playing this game for like over 20,000 hours, and now a lot of people are getting up to 10,000 hours. When you think like that is an insane amount of hours to put into this game, but you just cannot stop playing this game. It is addictive.
Yeah, who's that?
So many different things that you can do.
H-June just recently hit 20,000 in the last few months, so congratulations to him.
Yeah.
We are on board with Team Coconut B, who's actually showing off one of the features of this map, and we got to see a lot of importance being placed on it. That is a forward operating base that you can take over by tapping that TC. You can put down beds. There's nowhere else that you can put beds on the map, which is why a little bit later on, once we activate tier 2, tier 3, players are going to be putting emphasis on trying to find and secure those 4-car modules or 4-module cars, because we know how strong the camper van is.
Yeah. So, Team Blueprint are all running around exploring now. I mean, this is what everyone's going to be doing. They're going to be going out, exploring monuments, seeing who's around them. Nobody knows who's on each other's teams up until the point that they've got into this map. So they're going to see who they're going to be battling, who's going to be consistently contesting, testing out the waters, and attempting to just try and get some loot, get it home. And try and get that gain up on everybody else.
Yeah, I just want to say shout out, of course, to Blueprint. I believe he just put out his 2 million subscriber video. So huge milestone for one of the largest creators of Rust. I mean, Blueprint putting out quality content, but it does look like we do have an early fight. Panpots versus Blueprint.
Oh, Pan Potts is looking fantastic there with his little party hat. Oh, I just took the party hat off. But yeah, this is what we were just talking about. Going out into the monuments, testing out the waters, seeing who they're going to be battling, trying to win, because there's going to be a lot of loot out of this. A lot of bows that will take them over if they need to. They have extra resources in their base. So this is the beginning of pretty much every wipe.
Yeah, I think the important part for Panpots is that they were actually able to, at least they should have been able to secure the jump quest loot. Maybe back away with that. And like you said, every resource at the beginning of the wipe is so crucial, because you just kind of, incrementally build upon whatever advantage you get. Every animal, make sure you farm that up. The leather, the cloth, everything. You're gonna need it. When it comes to 15-player squads, you don't realize how quickly you run out of resources.
Oh, yeah.
So that cloth, that animal fat, everything matters.
Yeah, and also something that's really important, not necessarily always winning every single fight, knowing about when to leave and back off, and knowing that, okay, when we're losing this, we need to just cut our losses, go home, secure what we still have left, and then also not giving the other team any more tags. Because if you kill someone, you get their tag, and you give them an extra point.
That's right. The team that walks away with the most tags at the end of the week. That's what's really important here. Of course, there is the TC bonuses. Taking a look at one of our first bases, Team Crowley on their island right now. I mean, this is just the bare bones skeletons, right? This house has some good skeletons so far.
Oh yeah, it's a nice circle base. It's gonna have an open core for sure. Further up in the base, so it's just I would say this is very typical, like, big group base. It's going to have a lot of loot space, it's going to have that open core that we like to see, and it will be really good to defend with.
Yeah, and importantly, of course, we've had some huge updates. I mean, last time around for May, we already had the automation update. We didn't get to see it as much, but it was still being utilized. This time around, not so much quality of life updates for inside the base. It's a lot more exploratory, I would say. A lot more about mobility, right? Because we've got the attack helicopter that was put into the game. We also have the tugboats. I don't know if it's actually active for this event. I would like some clarification on that. I forgot to ask about that. We do have the hot air balloon now has the armor module on it. So Bernie, when we get up to that tier, is going to be an absolute menace in the sky.
Buffed Bernie. Yeah. I'm not sure if that was a good move, Buffed Bernie. But they do have the attack heli, which has got HV rockets in it that can counter Bernie. There are certain things he can do. He could throw out flares. Flares would stop anything like that. Or would they? No, they wouldn't. That's for the homing missile. Yeah, so you can do that for the homing missile, because that's another thing that could counter, right?
Yeah, that's right. We've got the homing rocket launcher and the homing missiles now that are also in play. That's going to be insane. Yeah, there's so many more tools and little toys for our streamers to play with. And the great thing about whenever it comes to these Rust Rivals or big streamer Rust events is that, you know, sometimes it's a mixed bag, right? Of experienced players and not so experienced players. And we get to see like the full kind of Rust experience with how the different levels of experienced players actually handle the game. Like last time we saw Trisha as a birdie, right? She was just fishing for a large majority of it.
I actually forgot her real name. I kept calling her Trisha as a fisher because of how much she was fishing.
And there we have it, the sights of one of our on-field reporters here. That's going to be Bonsai Bros, and I believe we have one more person throughout the week that'll be basically getting in-game interviews with a lot of our players.
Yeah, and he's equipped there with his water pistol.
That's going to be useful, right?
Oh yeah,
during raid.
Oh yeah. I mean, if anyone's on fire, they can come along and just put that little fire out.
So our two observation officers, Observation Officer 2107 is going to be Kara Corvus, and Observation Officer 4204, that will be Travis from the Bonsai Bros, on board now with Disguised Toast. And it take his time to farm up. And you know what? I actually didn't think about it, but we are stuck here in Prim stage, right? No access whatsoever to a workbench. And so for the first 4 hours, I believe, of the day, we're going to be stuck with the stone hatchet and stone tools. So you're not going to get the most effectiveness out of them. But once we get into tier 1, things are going to change.
Yeah, you're right. I completely bypassed that aspect.
Let's just chill.
Wow. Yeah, so it's just going to be bows and stone tools for 4 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to have a staggered kind of way that tiers unlock. After the first 4 hours, I believe, we will be moving on to tier 1. And then I think tier 1 for about 12 hours, maybe a little bit longer. And then tier 2. that's the big change that I want to talk about this time around, because Becca, last Rust Rivals, right, for Team Battle, we went from tier 0 bow fighting to AK PvP on day number 2, but this time around things have changed.
Yep. So this time we staggered it a lot more. I'm really excited to be able to see tier 2 on stream because we completely missed that last time. So we've got tier 0 for the first 4 hours. Tier 1 is hours 4 to 12. Tier 2 is 12 to 36. And tier 3 is 36
let's do
to
this
100.
run here. We'll do a quick recycle,
so we are going to see
and then,
tier 2
otherwise if we
on
all die in
stream.
tunnels, then we'll
And
just, like,
I
reset
love it. I
zero,
can't
so-
wait. We're going to see SARS. We're going to see Tommy
you can
and
just
custom, and bonus points if anyone's using my custom skin.
Yeah.
Python as well. People are mean with the Python.
I love the Python. I don't know what. Okay, so speaking of changes to Rust, we did have a major change, right, to SMGs.
Yes.
But I don't know what happened. Like, I picked up the Python during the SMG update, and I feel like I was shooting a lot better with the Python. So it's absolutely insane. And will we get our first Bear Rook? Here we go. Willjum, congratulations, by the way. I believe he just recently graduated uni and is now a full-time
Team Willjum's in the lead.
content
Let's
creator. He
fucking
gets to
go.
put all of his energy into his amazing videos. I love Willjum.
I'm so glad he did stick it out though, because just finalizing that
I got some
degree,
leather
getting
too
that,
for
you
clothes.
still have that. You can be proud that you finished something, but also I am so happy that he's full time into this as well. We get more Willjum content.
That's right.
We get to see him captaining more of these events. So
we got a tag
and he's
from a
such a
player that
lovely,
he killed
lovely
in
guy as
airfields,
well.
and he took it to the
Yeah, I was there when he was playing and editing off the laptop. I mean, he's come such a long way, and he deserves everything. So
He's
deserves
still
all
a
the love.
single monitor gamer though. I don't know how he manages it.
Here we are on board with Team Mendo. Looks like they actually got involved in that fight. Panpots and who was it? Was it Coco or Blueprint that was over here? And now they are pushing into the recycler. Mendo gonna go ahead and lead the charge in this bow fight right now. It's a little bit scary because there are a lot of angles you can get shot from.
Yeah.
But he's slowly checking them. One peeks down, gets the hit. Does he get a second? No, goes straight into the railing. Jump shot misses. Mendo is looking for that down. I think he might have got him. Yeah.
Nice.
That's going to be 2 people down, I believe.
Yeah.
With that last shot.
There are definitely a
these
lot of
jump shots.
angles to shoot in through this. Oh, there's another one up there though.
Yeah. I think this is
Using
Team
these
Blueprint on the
different-
other side.
Yes, using all these different angles to get at them.
They are getting destroyed.
Yeah.
They're like fish in a fish tank right now. Just easy pickings for Team Mendo. And that's a big win. When we talk about the early stages, Prim fighting, losing these bows, that's actually pretty big because cloth can be extremely hard to come by in the early game.
Oh yeah, like 50 cloth, that is a lot, and especially when you have just come off the beach, you're running around in the same area everyone else is, there's no cloth anywhere. So sometimes your best option is to go to a monument like this, try and get some sewing kits, recycle them, but then you come across 15 players inside the monument, so it can be incredibly tough, and losing the amount of bows that they've just lost, that's what, 300 odd cloth?
Yeah, a lot. I mean,
yeah, it's a
Adam
lot,
was
especially
talking
at this
about
stage.
Yeah, Adam was talking about like, oh, how are our teams going to play it differently here? And I mean, this is one of the ways, looking for the third parties, right? Being a lot more decisive about it. And that's kind of the thing that right now that we're stuck on Prim allows you to do. You know that if you hit a heady on someone with the bow, right, they need to heal. And they're going to have to heal off of mushrooms like this or bandages. And that is slow going. So if you hit someone, you can push them extremely aggressively.
Yeah, and what we do quite often when I'm playing Rust, normally we're often sort of duo
I'm dying
or
out here.
quads. We will wait for the fight to finish out. Whoever's won, we will then just come and shoot them. They're already low, so easy pickings, and then you can just loot and scoot.
Yeah, I wouldn't go any
Just
further that
always
way.
third party. Don't be the
Yeah.
first one to show up to a party, guys. It's just like in real life. Don't be the
Yeah.
first one to show up. You never
Gotta
want to
be
be the
cool,
first one
man.
to show
Be
up.
cool.
I think that would be our best recycler.
Right. It
I
doesn't-
want someone to go to launch. I want to look at that launch.
Oh yeah, launch site's gonna be interesting. It is stuck in the middle of the map. It is we didn't get a great look at the map so far, but basically launch is directly in the center of the map. On the north and south of it are outpost and bandit cap respectively. So there's going to be some interesting PvE around there. There's going to be some interesting interactions when it comes to this forward operating base. There we go. And oh, actually, I don't know how much you can actually put down inside these fobs, but I think with what we've learned, right, especially from the tugboats, there are interesting ways that you can still build airlocks when it comes to these bases.
I've had a wipe where I lived out of a tugboat, and you use sort of like workbenches, lockers, all kinds of things to sort of make a really windy, an airlock and windy way into the base to slow people down. So if people are able to do that with this, you just basically create a maze. Unless people come with HVs and just blow the whole lot up, which probably will happen. But I can't wait to watch the fights out of these fobs. We saw some amazing fights last time. It looks like we've got the whole team in here as well.
Yeah, successful takeover of this forward operating base, and across the next 4 days they will be contested. We know how valuable respawns are, of course, in this game. Let's talk a little bit more about basically how each individual island actually happens. So we have a circular map, 10 smaller islands where the main base is. Someone needs to tell Toast you can get rid of those rad pills. Don't really need them, but eventually he'll learn. So what are some of the features of basically every base island?
So they've got their 2 building plots, their main base plot, and then they've got a plot for alternative bases like a defense, a heli base, garages, farm, and they got the river there as well for the farm if they need it. They also have an airwolf vendor on their island, so they don't need to go and venture all the way to outposts, battle other people also trying to buy vehicles that they want to buy. They have that directly on their own islands. So that is going to be something that's interesting. You're taking out the risk of having all the scrap over there, and then also people heli-bombing you in outpost. We've got 2 small monuments on their own islands, supermarket and a gas station, but there is no recyclers on their island. There's no safe place to recycle. You need to go onto the main island to recycle.
Yeah, I think that's why Team Mendo, we got to see earlier, just a little bit before, actually punished the team that went for that recycler. I mean, if you have control over recycling, you have someone on the roof, it's great, but it didn't seem like they were really ready for it at all whatsoever when a full 15-man was up on you during a recycling
They definitely got
run.
ambushed there. Definitely.
Can you imagine? You're just trying to recycle and all of a sudden you see 15 people coming out from the trees.
Oh, look, then we get to see a little bit of a sneak peek of that launch there. It's like a sideways launch.
Yeah, so this is the south side of the map. You can see launch site with outpost to the south of it. Oh, we have a big fight now. We do have separate high grounds, though. You can see Jelly, Angela, Coco, B all positioning. No, they're all just moving away from each other.
Yeah.
What is going on? It's like they both decided, no, we don't want any of this fight. But interestingly enough, you can see Tabsy there on one of our first horses, which is going to be extremely important here, especially in Prim stage. But when we move on to tier 1, when we've got access to things like the DB, we know how quickly teams want to play it with that horse and DB combo.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tabsy is definitely one to watch out for. He is a killer. He really is. I fought against him in another tournament and it wasn't nice. Here's one I'd want on my team.
Although I do like Coco's squad. I mean, so far, there's a lot of my friends on there. So you got Manditratza and you got Corey, and they're both absolutely nutty. Of course, if anyone's familiar with Corey from Val and Overwatch, Manditratza as well from Apex Legends. I mean, we all go back, way back in the day to like Overwatch. So it's great to see them here for this event and for the next 5 days. On board, back again with Team Dalucard. Dalekard. We'll see where they decide to head. It looks like they're just following the road, maybe just going on a big component run. I'm wondering if anyone's actually gone down underground to try and go after the scientists. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, they're actually trying to catch up once again. It's going to be Pico on a horse this time around. So both teams really prioritizing some of their stronger players on the horses to be that tip of the spear when it comes to these
Catching's
attacks.
right
They've
in
got
the middle of
Catching
them
caught
there.
out. Winnie is going to be able to take him out, and now Dalekard are playing a man down.
Yeah, and it looks like there might be a couple of people down actually.
They're trying to push towards
But
Power.
Team Coco B are putting that pressure on, pushing into them. They're going to gain a healthy amount of tags out of this, I would say, if they can pull this off. It just depends on if Team Dalekard can clutch it and get rid of them all.
Yeah, they're trying to retreat, but that's the strength of having that horse. Just someone able to run up and slow you down just a little bit, right? They don't need a hit. They just need to be that threat. And all of a sudden, everyone's like, there's a horse, there's a horse. And everyone just stops for a second. That allows the team to catch up. They're trying to actually cross the train tracks. Now, once they make it to this tree line, there's actually an advantage for them to maybe possibly turn things around. But it looks like they are all caught out in the open. They don't make it to the
Captain
trees in
Maiko's got a
time. They're
horse as well
separating.
now.
You can see Rapaz over there
Yeah.
on his own right now. We do have two horses for Team Dalekard, though. Tabsy and Captain Miko right now. There we go. They made it to the tree line. This is where things get a little bit dangerous for Coco, but it looks like there's so much damage. Rapaz slow healing with bandages. He's crafting
wow.
along the way right now, but
Get
all it
some
takes is one
mushies.
arrow.
Get some mushies.
Yeah, where are the
But
mushies?
Weaving
That's the
in and
hard
out
part.
of the trees, you can use those to block a lot of the arrows. That does help, but like you said, one rogue arrow hitting your little toe would have taken him out. He is
My
okay now. He
toesies.
might be able to tank one arrow. But I think what they're doing right now, just running, letting them use up all of their arrows, they can just 180 and go for them if needed.
There we go. We got mushies. We're gonna have berries. T-Guy Tom in the field. Here's Pico though on the horse. Does he
Oh.
connect? Oh, come on.
Oh, I do like a
he
good
got
horse
headed
fight.
there. Okay, he's gonna have to take a quick little break to heal up at least.
Run away.
Now things are looking a little bit scary. He does have backup though. And they're tagging back in with another horse. This is insane. And now the rest of the team are here. You see a green dot over his player. Don't shoot at him, please.
Because you can damage your teammates. So team killing is on, and you most certainly can kill your teammates. So don't shoot the guy that's got the green dot above their head.
Wow, Rapaz is actually healed all the way up to full. It's taken so long for Team Coco to try and chase them down all the way through Power Plant right now. But you can see as they're chasing, they are slowly separating them. Rapaz is still all the way in the back there with Dalekard and Kay. And you don't want your team captain to go down. He's the one that's going to try and give out information. Pico on top of them. Rapaz has fallen. That's going to be a tag picked up for them.
Push, push, push.
I need to loot that guy. Take that guy's dog tags.
All right, now as they pick up Rapaz's loot, again, everything matters here. Every little bit of loot, getting that extra bow, another kill. That's going to be another tag. Team Coco B will not give up on this chase right now. That's the trouble sometimes when you're running away as a big group. It's easy to get separated here. As you can see now, they're happy with these kills. It looks like they might not continue to chase. They're just going to go ahead and regroup, maybe get a lot of this back home. Again, because they could have the tables turned on to them. Another party can find them, and maybe third party, and they get wiped. That's how Rust goes. For now, though, Team Dalekard are going to slink away. Dalekard was close to going down, it looked like. Actually, he did go down. He actually ended up falling. So this is a respawn for him. Operating out of that, well, forward operating base. And you can see the strength of the fobs already coming in and playing a small role throughout all of this.
100% bessere Position hatten die.
Die saßen in den Rocks mit 15 Leuten. Du hast nur ein
Aber
paar
lass uns
gesehen,
doch
das
nicht
waren
drüber
15
diskutieren, ob
Leute.
die Card cool waren oder nicht.
Ja, ja.
Also,
Also wanted to mention something, by the way. So throughout the week, of course, we got some amazing things going on. If you guys want to also get involved with Project Glitch, you know, get involved on Twitter. Use the feed. So if you go to Twitch Rivals, on X, on X. If you go to Twitch Rivals account there, you can go ahead ahead and answer. You know, if you're stranded in the Project Glitch Islands and you can only choose 2 items and 1 person to help you survive, what and who would you pick? Go ahead and use that hashtag. I believe it's TRFeed, and you can maybe find your way on to the broadcast here. Now, back on board with Team Delicard, it looks like they decided to go underground now to go after the Tunnel Dwellers. This is a great place for early comps. Now, the problem is, of course, you're going to take a lot of damage, and when you don't have med kits, it can be a little bit slow going, but you do have, of course, 15 people running this. So it should be a lot faster than you're used to on a regular wipe.
James, dude, I am loving that I'm seeing teams going like toe to toe with each other off the bat on day one. I love seeing this.
The big 15v15 like prim fights are just so much fun because it's slower. It's a lot more tactical. It's a lot more methodical, right? You can't just spam bullets and hope that you hit. But once you do get a hit, though, you know you can try and press the advantage. And it's just really great, especially now, Adam, that we've got that big observer kind of view of the battlefield. It really does give you the scope of what we're actually dealing with here.
Totally. I thought what I thought was interesting, we saw Team Mendo earlier as well, and as you said, it was like a fishbowl. You kind of like managing easily to kind of back, even though someone's got the high ground. The 3 of them flanked quickly. Comms obviously playing a huge factor as well in situations like that, and the accuracy of the bow and arrow. You can just see that Mendo's team are ready to go, and that's the great thing about the competition as well. We have 150 players. I mentioned some of them are kind of like preferred players on the likes of FPSs and such as well, like Call of Duty, whatever it might be, but they all have like this ability. There's a kind of a spectrum, and everyone is really top tier when it comes to combat. So kind of adds, again, we can see kind of like going down here with Team Delicard here, iGroobly and the rest of the team in the subways right now underground, just fighting out, battling for territory, trying to beat. I mean, headshots are delicious to see here with the bows and arrows, which takes a lot of accuracy, and each team has players on their team that can deliver and can pack a punch when necessary.
Yeah, these Tunnel Dwellers end up giving you so much loot as you go through and you pick up all the crates. And so don't know exactly what the train system route looks like underground here for this map, but anytime you can get in there uncontested, you can easily walk away with so much loot, so much scrap, and that's going to be important, of course, here on day number 1, heading into into the later hours of the day, having that scrap, having that workbench down, and being able to instantly basically research everything that you need. So teams, you're seeing really prioritizing getting their hands on that loot.
I'm really pleased that Groobly as well has prioritized putting on a festive set of facial hair for this as well. That to me, that's the kind of thing that I'm always looking for as well. I don't know about you, chat the same, but I'm like looking, thinking, you're rocking the Santa beard. I'm down. I'm kind of supporting you because I love you going into a battle dressed like that. It's fantastic. I mean, we talked about the drops in this as well. There's so many great kind of like skins, outfits you can kind of earn the drops in the course of this 5 days too. And there it is again. Just so pop on screen. I just love it. I've got so much time for that. And a gold shiny vest of it. What a pairing. I rate it massively.
Yeah. You gotta make sure your fit is right?
Yeah,
I mean, you're showing up for the big event, for the main event here. I mean, 5 days to celebrate to celebrate Twitch Rivals. It's gonna be Rust 10th anniversary. Just such a spectacular way to do it, and yeah, around the season, around the holiday seasons as well. Just fantastic. You guys can earn gifts yourself, not just by watching the Twitch Rivals stream, right? Because this server is going to be persistent. It's going to be online basically the entire time. There's maybe 2 or 3 times where we will reset the server for a few hours. But basically for the next 5 days, it's your opportunity to earn all the drops. Every captain has their own drop. And of course, by watching any other streamer on that team, there's a secondary drop. Ooh, we do have, it looks like possibly another big fight maybe over here at Water Treatment once again.
We do. We have a team here spread out as well, like
Me
the
tiras un
15
poco de
of them
tela,
spread across the entire area here. I mean, both teams kind of like trying to find themselves as much, I guess, as much opportunity to poke out, see the other team, try and get any kind of eliminations as possible. You can see there's, they're flanking each other as well. So you got 1 versus 4 here. It's undoubtedly going to end badly here, James. I mean, there's no doubt about this. There's only so much hiding you can do, but dipping within the kind of the bank side there, but being pushed by the team green right here. Mendo's, I think it's Mendo's team again here. And like a swarm of red ants, fiery hot. They're engaging. They want some of this action.
Wow, Augusta was able to somehow survive that. You got Quakes and more on your back there. They're able to survive. And this has just been Mendo lurking around water treatment to try and get the drop on another team. But this time around, Team Panpots are ready for it. They have a much better spread across water treatment currently. They are still outside of water treatment, is Team Mendo playing off the tree line for now. And so that's giving a lot of space over to Team Panpots. Corolla now pushing forward. Deathwing actually stuck inside underneath by himself. He's about to have 4 people peek him, and he is out. And that is a huge contributor to the team fight of Team Mendo for Deathwing to go down this early on. And now they are on the retreat. You got Shelby and JDXL trying their best to juke, but Shelby will fall. And see, that's what Becca was talking about earlier, Adam. Hey, if you lose someone, sometimes you just need to know when to call it on the fight. And Team Mendo called it instantly. We lost Deathwing, we lost Shelby. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, let's get back. I mean, you can see here is Team Panpots with 8 points now to their name, having been pushed there by Mendo's team. Suddenly, they've gained themselves a bit of momentum there. They've got some points going into this, and I think we look at the scores right here. We saw this last time round. A lot of teams remaining on 0 for quite some time. Other teams starting to get a few points here and there as time's gone on, getting those tags, making sure to kind of get those back to base and whatnot as well. But interesting, Coconut B here last year, the last Rust Team Battles winner on 0 points. You guys watching at home, that means nothing right now, okay? That team, others as well, capable of turning things around on a dime. They all have it in their locker. It's early doors. There's tons of time to go here. But trust us when we say that there will be tactics up the sleeves of each of our teams and their captains come the last day in 5 days' time. There's loads to play out here.
Yeah,
and I'm looking forward to seeing Becca. Becca, where's your head at? What are you seeing on the sidelines here? Are you enjoying the aggression from some of our teams?
Yeah, sometimes you really just have to push hard, like we've just seen as well. And Team Panpots, I saw they've got several bows in their arsenal now, so they're sitting pretty as well as getting those tags. It's what you need to do sometimes. You need to push hard, and if it's not going right, get out of there, run away, take what you have and leave. But if you're managing to pick those people off, then push even harder.
They were trying to chase down Canute there at the end, but he's a married man now. He has a lot to live for, and he is not going to go down, which was amazing, by the way. Did you end up watching that stream, Becca, after TwitchCon for Nute's wedding?
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah. They did a stream. They streamed the wedding in Vegas. It was so beautiful. It was
so cute.
Awesome. It was awesome.
We have seen a Rust wedding. We saw Vertigo and Tank Girl. They had a wedding in Rust, which was really nice. I was able to join in on their wedding day. Well, the Rust wedding day anyway. They had a real wedding. So I will point that out.
All right. It does seem like Team Coco was able to pick up a kill here on to a player. Don't know exactly whom, but you can see that the islands aren't too far off this time around. Remember for last Rivals, there was a long distance from the base islands to the main island. This time around, though, it's super close. But hey, we've got a super exciting announcement coming up. So let's go ahead and check in with the stream.
Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait to see what this is.
Attention test subjects. We will now announce the details of your Day 1 assignment. Today's challenge will test your ability to remain alive. Each group will select 2 volunteers to enter the test arena. Beginning with primitive weapons, competitors will battle to the death. You will have the chance to upgrade your weapons via supply crates dropped throughout the contest. Warning: at the 10-minute mark, a deadly radiation zone will begin to close in around the arena. And at 20 minutes, survival in the arena will be nearly impossible. Each player will have 3 total chances to survive this environment. The team with the last player standing will earn the Super Serum, which boosts calories, hydration, and various yields for the entire team, as well as a bonus of 30 ID tags. Today's advice: if someone stands in between you and success, knock them down. They had it coming. Teams, you now have 30 minutes to select volunteers to represent you in this challenge. Their battle will commence in 60 minutes.
And our first daily challenge is, of course, the Prim fight. And with an interesting twist this time around, Becca, last time we were in the Coliseum ready for it, but this is a huge change.
Yeah, this one is one that I would say that people are slightly more familiar with. There's some servers that have got these type of arenas already, so some of them will be experienced. No, it is about sort of hiding and then picking your chance. So you get your little spear, jump out, poke someone, go and hide in your little rat hole again. But it's going to be interesting. Some people are stronger in the primitive stage than they are in other stages. And then also getting the hit on at the right time is going to be interesting. I'm very excited for it, to see how people do those plays.
Yeah, last time it was 1 life to live. This time each competitor will have 3 lives. So what was a pretty quick affair, I would say, for our last Prim Fight Coliseum Arena, this one should be a little bit longer, a little bit protracted. Seeing the Iokas inside the crates will maybe make a difference. We'll see, depending on RNG at that point. Team Panpots, though, as we get back into the action, are still over here at water treatment. You can see Panpots on full alert. I don't know if they actually saw anyone or if they're just playing this one extremely safe. And you can see how quickly a lot of these barrels, of course, just like on the beginning of Wipe, will go ahead and respawn. They're just going to scoop him right on up.
Well, I think they are, like, hashtag controlling water treatment right now.
On top.
So, yeah, on top. Panpots on top, controlling water treatment. So if you're in that position, you want to keep it. So people are probably ferrying whatever back to their base. They've got the majority of team controlling.
Yeah, one of my first
but
wipes.
they don't want to lose that because, they've got the recycler there.
Yeah.
They've got the crates respawning, so they're just probably going to camp here for a good time, waiting for everything to respawn.
Yeah, one of my first wipes, well, my first wipe I built outside of Outpost. So, I mean, you know how it goes. But my second or third wipe, I believe, I was playing outside of water treatment. We had a base basically here on the recycler side, and it was just so easy running blue back and forth over and over again. And we were just so loaded. And honestly, it was one of my favorite memories too, because we ended up getting like online by this like 10-man Korean squad at like 5 in the morning. Like it's 5 in the morning and we're like, all right guys, we've been on all night, let's just go ahead and call it. And we're like, okay, let's just do some last base things. And of course, whenever you say that, that's when someone pulls up, they throw down the raid base, and it was such an amazing online.
You jinxed it. If you didn't say that, you wouldn't have got raided. They were waiting for the code words. They're like, ready? Oh, they said it. Right, let's go raid them. Go, 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 go.
Oh, here's Team Mendo still lurking outside of water treatment. Team Blueprint, though, are looking to come back. And this is what Team Mendo did, I think, the first time around up against Blueprints, round number 2.
It does look like they're all leaving, though.
Oh, they are done recycling?
And they have seen that. They have seen that, but there's only 4 of them chasing pretty much the whole team. They have got the rest of Blueprint's team somewhere in the woods on the left.
They're kind of like
they are quite far behind.
The canary in the coal mine in the back line, right? Hey, we're getting flanked. We're dying back here. While you have, you would say the stronger players, right? Just up front. You got Blueprint, Coma, Repose, and Trossi there. So, hey, they get into the recycler in time. The problem is that now someone needs to get up top. Someone needs to control roof as best as you can. But it's so difficult here. when you're, you know,
Yeah.
on prim stage of trying to control from up top when all you have is a bow.
It's difficult here. It's difficult. So they're doing a farm run. They may not have even seen Team Panpots. It's just a case of they were leaving as they were arriving at the same time. But now, Blueprint's now hashtag controlling, so...
Yeah, and Trossey's up top, and this is what we were talking
Yep.
about, trying to control the
Trousey on
rooftop,
top.
get really good eyesight of basically the entirety of water treatment here. But again, when you have 15 people running at the walls of water, there's only so much you can do with a bow.
Yeah, and a bow, like bow and arrows actually do hurt. If you get 3 of those from 3 different people, then you're down in seconds. So it just takes a good archer, really. And you take out all of these people, focusing one person at a time. If you are doing several people and you're all having your own little fights, it's quite easy to have it watered down and for people to heal up quite easily. But if you're all going, okay, we're going for this guy, we're going for the wolf head, you can take them out pretty quickly, pretty easily. Focus that fire. So that's why, you know, Trousey went straight on top. Getting those eyes out, he can spot exactly where people are, alert everyone, get everybody into position. And it is a really easy way to come into water treatment as well. You've got a lot of ways that you can sneak into water treatment and get that jump on people.
And heading into this event, I think a lot of our players as well were working on their communication and basically just trying to gel with each other. So I know that some of them were playing with each other. I believe Blueprint and Trossey were playing with each other on Blueprint's second channel. I think he just put up a video either this week or last week. So it's kind of great to see, of course, the kind of constant collaboration when it comes to Rust as well, right? Because sure, there's a lot of solo content, right? Blueprint, of course, just put out his Solo's Adventure. But it's a lot about being able to work with other creators inside of Rust and playing wipes with them. And it's just kind of like a natural thing, too, that you lead into. So great to see that. On aboard with Team Dalukard, I believe this is on their island right now. Suki currently farming up the barrels. I mean, this has to be someone's constant like job, right? Day one, when the server just goes fresh and it wipes, like just stay here at the smaller monuments and just continue to farm.
Yeah, I seem to remember that there was some comments about like because Suki's been on the team with Blizz and Wildrum. Every Rivals I've watched anyway, so they were like, oh no, I'm so sad that we're going to be away from each other. But Suki was the person that was designated to having like kits made. She was the crafter, and she was perfectly happy doing that as well.
Yeah, there are different ways
she
to play
was
Rust.
very good at it, and you always need someone in your team doing that. If you don't have someone in your team doing that, you come back to base, there's nothing, you cannot get back out. So it is a very vital position to have.
Now, over at Coco's Island, we are seeing the beginnings of their base. They've just laid down the foundation. Nothing else quite yet. I mean, of course, inside this plot, everything is raid blocked. You cannot destroy anything. You cannot destroy a competitor's base, walls, nothing like that. So they're just regrouping and getting all their stuff down. Imagine in the next few hours, this should start to amount to a base at some point.
We'll see a big twig base, I would say. Yeah, generally, whenever I've had like a builder on my team and we're in the similar situation where we're having X amount of time for a base to go up, then they just put a big old twig thing go up. Oh.
Yeah, hold on, Becca. It looks like a big fight's about to break out. Blueprint are trying to get out. They just went on a recycle run, and Team Mendo are now charging forward because Deathwing, Chicken Coop, Chelby, all up front with Mendo and Anju. Very strong players themselves as H-June is going to try and play the flank. He's holding out the back line, but he's got to be careful. Trying to retreat. He is getting shot at from 5 different angles right now. Mendo misses his shot as he charges forward. H-June is just baiting them this whole time. Blueprint trying to go for those head peeks. H-June is surviving this entire time. He needs help though. Blueprint now on the case as he spots them across the map, but it looks like maybe they got the loot on someone else and they just need to run it out.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get out. Blue looked stacked at that point, so I think they're just trying to run with the loot. H Junior's taking one for the team. He's taking all the fire. The fire wasn't touching him, but he was taking the fire.
Don't pop shots. Don't pop shots.
Yeah, and then Quake's there as well, trying to take one or two of them out. Oh, they're putting the pressure on.
Yeah. If you just
Exactly
tag
what we
them
said
once.
as well. They're running. They know they've got loot. They are not fighting. They are running. They know they are loaded. So they are going for them.
Quakes, more, Deathwing, everyone trying to charge forward to get a tag at the very least to slow them down. But it does look like this time around, Team Blueprint are successful on their recycler run. And we'll be able to get this one back. Don't know if they have control over this fob, but if the fight ends up basically breaking out around here, that means they will have that advantage. Coma taking his time to try and at least slow the advance of Team Mendo, but Blueprint are successful on getting out. You do not want to push out into the open here, and so that's where they call it really strong tactical thinking coming out from both sides.
Yeah, they're at their fob. They do not want to be fighting. It's basically fighting on their base. They've got those respawns right there. They've got cover. It's not something that you want to do. You can't push into that. They can't make cover. So just leave. That's it. Oh, look, there we go. Burning in his natural habitat.
He's going to make his way over to Outpost right now. He's got to be careful, though, because launch is right there. And you don't have
trust him.
that much mobility. I think he's just playing scout. Is he just AFK? Okay, I was wondering if he was just AFK.
Yeah. That would have been funny.
Yeah,
Just
keeping
having
an
a little
eye.
look around. Yeah.
See
what's going on.
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and join in with one of our observation officers right now. This is Observation Officers 4204. Take it away.
Whoa! Hey, nothing. Listen. The event starts in less than 30 minutes.
Does that shoot out swag?
What?
Is that a swag launcher? Is t-shirts in there?
100%. Yes. 100. Yes. So who will be
Can I see that? I just want to see in the barrel.
Oh, of course. Yes, this is confetti cannon. Yes, right? Yes, confetti cannon. Ah, very good. Yes. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Once again, sorry about that.
Oh, very cool.
Now, who will be your two representatives for your team here?
Yeah, one sec. Abe, can I talk to you
You
here for a second?
Yeah, go ahead. Talk in private. Yes, of course.
What the
There are
fuck
no
is he talking
secrets
about?
among friends, I see.
Now, who will be your two? I feel like it's a simple
I
question.
think he's lost. I think he's lost. I actually don't know who he is. I was outside. He was escorting me with his man, and he looked really lost and confused and scared, so I brought him in.
Now, listen, boys. I do not have time for this. Who will be your two observers? So who will be your two PvPers here? You have 10 seconds to decide here. Or I pick for you.
Okay.
This one!
Wait.
This one right here! Yeah, go ahead. Who do you want to have? You have 10 seconds. In 10,
We're gonna need some time.
9,
Okay,
8,
okay.
7,
Abe, are you ready?
6,
Wait. Sorry, we need
5,
to rock, paper, scissors real quick. We need to decide
4,
this. Okay,
3.
Abe, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. What do you have out right now? I did rock.
Shoot!
I did rock.
The most scuffed game of rock, paper, scissors I've ever seen.
What did you get? Is that paper?
Oh, on my screen it's
fine.
rock.
Oh, you did
I
rock.
also chose rock. Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking
fine,
of a
let's
number
go get
between
it.
1 and
Rock,
5.
Paper, scissors, shoot. Sorry, Bonsai, I'm talking to Abe right now.
Okay, go
I
this
did
way.
paper. What did you do?
I'm observing.
You also did paper? Bro, there's no way. He doesn't have a lot of time right now. Okay, one more. Rock,
Okay, one more time,
paper,
one more time.
scissors, shoot! I did scissors. Dude, you just... Okay, Bonsai, I'm so sorry about this. Let me get my manager.
Calls the matter. Who is the team captain? Listen, observational officer. We need 2 volunteers in the next 10 seconds. Who's it going to be? Who is it going to be? I'll pick one if you don't pick one yourself.
Oh, let me ask. Sorry.
I choose.
Oh, you want the captain?
I would love the captain.
let me get the
Whoever
captain real
has the
quick.
answers is who I want.
Oh, you should have said so earlier, man. Follow me.
Very nice guy.
I can't actually follow him this
Waste
way.
your time, Bonsai. You can follow me.
How did they do? How did they do this? Oh, I just have a very high vertical leap. I have a very high vertical leap.
Insane jump, Bonsai, insane. Follow me over here.
Where's the team captain? Yeah!
To the team captain observation officer.
4024.
I did already interview him.
Did you know? Who is his two representatives for the PvP event? What did he say?
Oh, yeah, don't worry.
We do need to ask
Right
him
ahead
that.
over here. Follow me.
Oh, okay, okay.
Boy, Captain Brav!
I hear he just got out of a bad, oh.
Did you go through a nasty divorce as well? I did. Now, who will be your two PvPers for this event here?
Talk about it.
I understand. I understand very. Now, listen.
Hang on. Let me. Sorry. Let me ask my team in my head.
Okay. He's thinking. He's thinking right now.
Hey, did we decide on the two PvPers? All right. Snuffy and Rikolov.
Snuffy and Rikolov?
Do not do such a thing.
You're lucky I'm out of ammo right now, Abe. You're lucky I'm out of ammo here.
Do not do that. Test subject Abe. Do not. We'll have to talk to corporate about this.
You have permission to use force on Abe. I give you permission.
You give me the permission?
Yeah. Do whatever you want to him.
All right, Abe. He survived! You are the PvP. Abe will be the one that is now using... I choose him. I choose Abe. Abe is the best one. He's amazing. Did you see...
Oh, wow.
Oh.
He's... Wait. He's,
Test subject Abe has fallen.
oh, he's dead.
I choose Abe. Abe is our captain.
100% We are now.
You mind escorting out the fire with that
Observation
water
officer,
pistol?
We may need to do something about this.
So much fun.
We'll see if Abe is actually going to go in, or it will be Snuffy and Rickloff. That will be insane. We are over here at Outpost right now, taking a well-deserved break. It looks like for both Team Wellen and I'm trying to remember who Gray is. Coco for Team Coco.
Yep. I wonder if any of them are going, please, man, can I have some scrap? As you
Bernie's
usually
just
hear.
watching from the sky.
Yeah. What's going on? Where are they? Wait, you can fight in here? Oh, I didn't realize this was a fight. Oh, there's not a safe zone. Oh, amazing. Oh my word. Okay. This is even better.
Okay, this is great. This is fantastic. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. I was wondering, right, with the placement of Outpost and Bandit, like how
So is
safe
there
it would be
no-
right here next to launch
Is there
site.
no safe zone? Or is this just another monument?
Oh my goodness.
I think-
you'll have access to recyclers you can buy, but
Yeah.
is it going to be safe to buy?
Oh, here comes Birdie.
coming in,
Coming in with the
dropping
drop.
on Corey.
If he manages to squish someone with the bottom of his balloon, I don't know what I'll do. I'll give him £5. I'm not rich.
Oh, here comes Mandy coming in from the
Oh,
outside.
no,
Pico
he's
is stuck.
No.
Pico, he's stuck.
He doesn't know how to use Outpost. We don't use it like this normally.
Why is there fighting? Where are all the scientists? Where's my Gemba? Where's my Gemba?
Where's the chill zone, man? Oh, nice. He got himself free.
And now he's coming in for the flank. Nice
that
jump
was
shot.
dirty.
Oh my
Yes.
god. He's destroying right now.
Kills the
Pico.
chicken. Pico's he's just taking out how many people there? 3? By
He's literally
himself?
unchained. Literally unchained. Once he got himself unstuck there.
Yeah.
You know, he was able to fight. Now here's Wellen though, up on top. He's got to be careful. Extremely
Retreat.
low. Basically one shot.
Yep. Using the stairs for cover there.
Running into his teammates' arrows. Got to be careful.
Yep.
Friendly fire, remember, is always on here in Rust.
Now, if you've ever got onto a mini and got onto the top, you know all these like sneaky little places that you can get to for cover, but there are some sort of what they called like invisible barriers. There we go. There, I've got the word in the end. So sometimes, I don't know if they've got those taken off of this, but sometimes you can get stuck on those. It'd be interesting to see how they've modded this outpost. Because this is fun.
Can't hold that roof anymore, boys.
Do you just want to pull out? Oh, guy coming in. Let's all drop. Let's all drop.
We drop on it?
All drop this, and we W key this guy.
Oh, wow. That hurt more
no.
than it should've.
Oh, Bernie.
Oh no, he's got stuck.
He's got stuck, and sometimes
Oh, no.
the balloon does not interact well
He may need to
with
abort.
these. So we'll see if he can get himself out. I love these. He's got the binoculars. I forgot. Yeah, we got the pings with the binoculars too.
Yeah.
Oh,
And of
this
course, if anyone's going to get out of that situation, it's going to be Bernie.
the last
balloon
year of
boss
Rust has just been
Bernie.
Bernie buffs.
Yeah, Bernie buff, balloon boss.
Oh man.
I think I'm just going to think up awesome names for Bernie now. Balloon boss after Bernie.
Yeah.
With the
and
binocs.
just like that, he is out of there. It looks like a lot of Team Welland has gone down. I mean,
yes.
the entirety of Coco Squad was basically here, and Pico went off on them. So
Yeah, they're
there you
definitely
go.
chasing whoever's alive. They're chasing him down.
Now they
But
can
they're,
actually control Outpost.
Yeah, oh my gosh,
It's a
yeah.
meme. It's a meme, but you can
Team
actually
Coco
control
controlling
Outpost.
Outpost.
You
There's
have
a lot of
access to
extra
all the
bows, a lot of
recyclers.
extra kits there, so they did good.
Early oil refinery as well.
Yeah, I thought they
Yeah.
were just having a memey old time in Outpost, but no, they were fighting. Look at all of the extra loot there. Loads
So
of loot.
much loot. The food's important here, especially in Prim stage. Get that all
Yes.
cooked up over at the barbecue. This is a really big get to get Outpost
Yep.
at the beginning of the day. Just cook it all up. You got some wood there for you as well. So yeah,
All of
easy
that
pickings.
food is a great way to heal as well. You can eat food whilst bandaging, and it basically doubles up the speed for healing. Mushrooms are great for that, and if you got pumpkins are top-notch, top-tier food. Get yourself a bumper.
Yeah, get someone over at the river right now, over at your base. Ooh, another balloon sighting. Bernie's like, I want to go back. Aerial
Yeah.
supremacy. I need to
Ooh.
take this guy out.
Coming back, guys.
Yeah, no, that was objectively the strongest team we just fought. And we
Speaking
held
of
for
team,
quite a while.
there's a guy pushing a car in a
Yeah,
river
they
here
actually
outside
did,
our island.
as what I was saying, they did really well there.
Gear up, get a bow, and we're gonna push
Some
out.
a monument that
pushing a
nobody
car,
is
like, down the
used to
river.
actually fighting on. So yeah, they did really well there. Coco is a very strong team, so
Or maybe it's just
Yeah, that's a lot
and
of fun.
that's how you should be as a leader. Like, we did good. Don't worry about it, guys. Get back in there. Don't sit there picking at what people did wrong, because in the heat of the moment, there's all sorts of things that you could do.
I like how Bernie's basically just like National Geographic right now.
Yeah.
Here
And
we
what we
see
see
the
here-
naked in the wild. Farming
a
for
pig.
sustenance.
Will they survive the night? I hope
Yeah,
not.
he's our de facto like third observation officer right now.
Yeah,
Bernie.
yeah. Secret. Oh, we get to
Oh,
see
and here we go.
the-
We get a look
the
at launch site.
I think it's just the main building with, or if they just made the outside of launch just a different terrain or something. I want to see the other side.
Yeah. We haven't seen too much fighting over this quite yet. Of course, we don't have access to HV, so trying to take Brad, if it does spawn,
Yeah.
would be incredibly difficult right now. Not impossible, but just incredibly difficult.
Yeah, I think it does look like they've just turned it sideways.
All right.
So instead of
This
it
is going to
being
be a main point of contention when we get into later phases of the stage. Back
Yes,
over at
dude.
Water Treatment, Panpots, I think, this is their third time over at Water Treatment. Mendo have been keeping an eye on it, but Panpots pushing out full
Yeah.
unit, basically the entire team now, charging forward. Now, we do have, again, some of the stronger players here on the flanks for them. Deathwing, Farmer Lucas, Ranger, Quakes, all holding out that back line to be that first point of contact in the fight.
Yes, I think they've possibly seen that there's people in the woods, but they don't know how many people are in the woods. There's significantly more of them. They've got Rikolov in the back there, possibly a third party coming in.
or he might just get absolutely swarmed and surrounded by them. Rikoloff by himself.
I think he's 180 and going, no.
You can see the entire team turned on him. The entire team turned on him. This is the hive mind of Team Panpots working together right now. They are. I forget who it was. Was it you, Becca? It was like, oh, the red ants basically swarming.
It was Adam. I came back here just in time for that. But it is like a whole like load of fire ants coming in. They're working really well together. It's really nice to see when teams work so well together, listening to each other as well, hearing the call outs, and then actually responding to that.
Yeah, Mendo just calling it. Let's not chase right now. We're looking for the third party. That's the best way to succeed in these big team fights. Let the other two teams dwindle down their forces a bit and then be able to rush on in. They're going to go ahead and fall back for now. We did get a look at some of the bases. Oh my goodness! What?
Oh,
how
wow,
are they moving so
go.
fast? Farmer Lucas is trying his best to juke. He hasn't gotten hit quite yet, but he is in the crossfire of so many.
They're going down, but I think they are slowly regrouping, possibly, with the rest of their team, but a lot of people went down there.
Take this point.
All right, they do have the open ground, though, and this high ground to try and play off of right now. So there is a shot if they get over-aggressive on the Panpot side. But you can see that, no one wants to give away that strategic advantage, right? No one wants to just walk into open ground, no man's land, to be a free kill.
Experienced enough to know that they've got the high ground. You don't want to be going into that open ground, especially with no way to sort of protect yourself. You can't build walls right now. You can't make walls. You can't make barricades. So you can't push in and gain that ground. You will lose it because they've got the high ground. So you have to go back into your own strat. Pretty much.
All right, we're on board with Jummy Chu just farming up for the team. You gotta make sure that your builder always has things to work with. So right now at 18 stacks of wood to bring back to base. I think Jummy Chu was one of our top farmers last time for Team Battles Rust number 3.
Collect wood. You always
he's doing it with a stone hatchet, Becca.
You always need wood. You need wood for your builders. You need wood for your furnaces. Because if those furnaces go out, you got no metal. If you got no metal, you can't do no building or crafting. So
while watching a cooking stream or cooking video, I'm wondering, where's the subway jumper video?
Oh, yeah. For anyone who needs to watch 4 things at once. Yeah. Oh, Winnie running straight into the fire there. And Pico just behind of the...
Oh!
Taken straight off that horse. I think so.
Oh, he was 100 HP and then he was dead.
Yeah.
Wow. And he gives away a horse.
That was a nice kill.
And he gives away a horse. That's a huge pickup there.
I think they're actually providing some
Oh, we've got another sighting of our observation officers, Kara and Travis from Bonsai Bros. That's 4204, observation officer 4204 and 2107. Make sure you guys give them some love as well.
Oh, then just leave them to it. They got some horsing around to do.
Oh, Coco just wants nothing of this. Reigning champion of Twitch Rivals Team Battle Rust won't give an interview to Kara or Bonsai.
He's got important business to do. He's got to defend that title.
Yeah, we got horses to find, pigs to farm up.
People to kill, loot to steal, It's a hard time. Whoa!
Happy birthday, Rust!
There you go.
The PvP of it.
Oh,
yes, I'm the PvP.
No, bad coconut, bad coconut.
More violence.
Bad coconut.
Bad.
I love that he's also in the wolf hoodie too, so it really is like.
Do not attack the observation officers. Bad coconut.
Stop!
Listen, corporate. We need to be able to intervene with corporates.
Do you comply with our data or not?
I comply. What data do you want, man?
We just need to ask you a few
We're
questions.
struggling out here.
All right. I'll
What
just
data do you need?
I'll just get on with it. All right. Coconut, I heard you won the last Twitch Rivals. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Do you intend to win this one as well?
Of course we'll win this one. 2-time. That's what we're gunning for.
All right. Who do you think is the
Jackhammer?
No, we cannot give you a jackhammer. I'm sorry. That's beyond our control. Which team do you think is going to be the most competition?
I think.
Hello, everybody.
Don't mind
I think.
him. Don't mind him.
I think Team Willjum will be the most. Will be our hardest challenge.
Team
on this
Willjum, I see. You only have 5 points right now. Do you think they're going to catch up pretty easily?
Tea with milk and sugar.
By the 5 points, they're coming. They're coming.
All
There's a lot
right.
of strong
I hope they
teams,
don't come too
a lot of
quickly. You
good
know, I want
veterans
to
on
enjoy it
this
as well.
event. Oh, okay. Well, now, okay. Can I get that jackhammer now or what?
No, I'm so sorry. We cannot give test subjects sharp objects.
I mean, you could.
Observational officer, you have something
can
in
hurt
your
themselves.
visor. You have something in your visor. Observational officer.
You do
One
too,
second, let me get
actually.
that out of you.
Yeah, you
Hold
do
still.
too. You do too. Hold on.
Do you want, can you take it out? Can you take
Yeah,
this out?
I got it. Yes.
There we go.
This is a robbery. Put your hands up. It's a robbery. This is a goddamn robbery.
Is it?
Listen, we do not attack.
Don't NVL.
My eyes! My eyes! My eyes!
I'll see you on the forums. I'm player reporting you guys.
So what now? He's going to what with our farms?
Player report. What?
Reporting you MVL'd. You didn't value your life.
I'm not familiar with these terms. I only talk to corporate.
Hold on, Winnie, are you the team captain? Are you playing in the PvP event?
All right.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Welcome back, guys. Awesome work by our observation officers. It looks like we have another go at this fight. Team Mendo versus Panpots. They
The
are
little
fighting
mammoth
over a
over there
fob
as
right
well.
now, though. They're charging forward. We got Augusta in the balloon, but
Yeah.
I don't know how much
Augusta-
they can contribute right now.
Balloon. Augusta balloon. There we go. I got
Augusta
another pun in
Balloon
there.
212.
Yeah. Now, is he just going home? Or is he spying on another team? Nah, he's going home.
We did get to see how strong having someone who can fly was last Rivals, right? Like you mentioned, Sven, an amazing pilot, and he was always on duty flying back loot from a lot of our objectives. We have a lot of objectives.
So pinnacle. He was so
that
pinnacle
will
for them.
basically spawn across the map. The Sputnik event, which, it'll drop down a satellite. There are mines around the satellite. You have to be careful. Scientists will spawn as well, but there are extremely valuable loot to be had from that. We will have raidable bases, PvE raidable bases, which will have ID tags along with raid loot, basically. And I think the train event, a lot of things for our competitors to basically keep themselves busy across the next 5 days.
And it's not just about the tags that are in these events, because all of these events, they will drop a certain amount of tags per event, but it's also about the PvP surrounding it. You can easily gain like 100, 150 tags, possibly more, because as people keep coming back to the fight, they'll die and drop tags. You can gain an awful lot of tags out of these events by going to it, even just hoovering up around the outskirts and just taking those tags back to your own base. There's a lot of tags to be had.
Right now, though, it does seem like this little scuffle will end up fizzling out. 3 teams were ready to get involved, but we did see Panpots, of course, backing away with whatever loot they got. I think they're just running together to try and secure any kind of recyclables, going for that comp farming. And I mean, it seems like there's a lot of competition for water treatment right now, just simply for the fact that the recycler is there.
but it seems to be a lot at water treatment. I don't know what's happening at these other monuments, but everyone seems to be attracted to water treatment right now. Oh, there we go. We've got power plant, but we're not seeing very much happening at power right now. Possibly we're going to have another team come in, but I think water treatment is the one that's just being heavily contested right now.
Yeah, and I was double checking the drops, by the way, Becca. Make sure, of course, you guys go onto the Face Punch website. If you guys just look up Twitch Rivals Face Punch, you will get access to the drops. You need to connect your either Steam account or your Twitch account, and then you will make progress. The light up door you talked about, it's an armored double door for disguised toast. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be farming that one up first, I think.
Yeah, that's the one I'm going to be doing. You just reminded me as well, so I need to get those up in the background right away.
Ooh, and just like that, Team Mendo end up losing out on Quakes over here at water treatment. That's a tough loss. He's such a strong player to be in there, losing out on a horse as well. Yeah, tough break.
I love that POV though of the wolf's fangs or the bear's fangs. I love that. I think that's great. I feel I'm even more inside the game than I've ever been before. For you guys as well at home, some news. Guessing with Duncan is officially finished for today. I know. It's okay. There's plenty more opportunities coming your way soon. You can check out the Duncan leaderboard to see your placement. A friendly Twitch staff member will be in touch with you. Reach out to confirm prizes for the top 10 scores. You can come back for the next Twitch Rivals for your chance to play and win. And as you know, this is a 5-day event, so I'm sure you'll see it again. Chat, also, you can light up every single room this holiday season with a dozen Dunkin' Donuts. Sounds amazing. From sprinkled and powdered to frosting galore, you'll have everyone's favorite in one festive box. Come on, it's the festive time of year. Save time and order ahead on the app. Terms apply. Twitch Rivals runs on Duncan, one of our fabulous partners here at Twitch Rivals. Big shout out to you guys. On that note, obviously we are knee deep in the action. Tons happening already here on day one of Rust 10th anniversary Team Battle 4. What we're going to do now is go to a short break, but leave you guys at home here listening into the comms of our players as we take a short break here from the broadcast team, but you can still listen into the action, the gameplay too. We're back very shortly. Stick around, loads more to look forward to on this Twitch Rivals. For now though, enjoy. We'll see you in a sec.
They do have Yokos. Nice. What the fuck?
What the hell?
Wait, how? It's not even.
They're swarming.
I have a bag right here.
You can make Yokos.
Kira, do you have an extra bow?
We need to hold his Roxy. Hold the Roxy.
Think you any arrows at all? I've got 2 hours left.
Not a lot of no arrows.
Yeah.
They're following the coast. They're following the coast.
Got me one bandage if you got it.
Bandages on floor. Anyone needs?
Are they still pushing? They're running away, it looks like. Looks like they're running away.
They're holding those rocks we were just on.
Yeah, just keep running at it. It's gonna run towards us anyways if they don't stop it, which they probably are gonna stop it.
Wait, we can maybe take a train to it also.
Do we have trains in this server?
I don't want to get north. Yeah, if you're in a horse.
Yeah, there's trains.
I don't see yeah, there's a train on me on the map right now, guys.
Yeah, okay.
Anyone has low good.
Yo, everybody should be out for this, by the way. We should all come out for this.
Let's go, boys. Yeah, we're coming right now. We're running.
Should just mark the train on me. It's J15 upper left.
Perfect.
There's a balloon above me too.
Yeah, it's a balloon above the fob.
The train's moving pretty quick.
Yeah, it'll be your
It's either gonna stop at Croa's team or Welland. Also, exclamation creator, if you give 2 subs, you get a exclusive limited edition Face Punch Twitch drop.
Should we stay here then? Should Eric and yeah, we're gonna stay here.
I'm at the train. Who else is coming to the train?
I think just I'm down the track.
Angela, just go with Coco. We're all just sticking together, right? Just all stick together. Yeah. Okay, I'll wait for you guys.
It's my mic.
It stopped, guys. By the way, it stopped.
Okay.
Should we push to it then? Or?
Should we try and take over that fob first then?
No, I think we should all get a sleeping bag over there in case we die.
Yeah.
Everyone get at least 10 cloth. Yeah, everyone get 30 cloth for a bag. Stan, do you have low grade?
I have an extra one as well.
Anyone got like leather? Or armor?
Someone I think did get some shit from Animal.
Unfortunately not.
I swear someone from Animal.
I have some arrows for you, Kira.
I got it now. Thank you.
Okay.
You guys got a tool? There's a.
There, Daku and Nerby, Culinary, Exalify.
Yeah, I can I got it.
Yeah, just group
Where
them.
did he go?
Left. They're going to the middle. They're moving middle. 2 circles.
One in circle.
Blue's still moving right.
One running left.
I'm by the guy in the circle. I'm by the guy in the circle.
One.
He's running
Middle,
out.
go middle.
I'm hit.
Hit one
Hit him.
again. There is a punch middle.
One pushing tower.
Third spinny room.
One on the balcony.
Hit him once on back.
Hit
Nice,
one.
nice.
His teammates are leaving him.
Focus on
Balcony's
this guy on the
down.
bulk.
He's
Go
jumping
like
up.
yeah, chase that guy. By the
He's on
balcony.
me. Back. He's down.
Nice.
Nice.
Southeast, focus
Yeah,
on
punch.
southeast. Right now.
Another one.
Southeast.
Alrighty then. Welcome back into Twitch Rivals, where we're right in the middle of day one of our Rust 10th anniversary team battle for. It's me, Adam, here, joined by the almighty Jameson and Becca something, and we're living the dream right now because we're kind of getting what we wanted, which is action straight off the bat here, building a big part of things today, but we're also seeing with the 10 teams now. And everyone going toe to toe. It's you can see the scores starting to rack up on the top of the screen. But I've got to say as well here, Becca, I've been thoroughly enjoying listening into the observation officers in this. I've enjoyed the array of accents that one in particular seems to have. 1 minute it's German, then it's something completely different. I mean, I just love that. Speaking of which, let's have a listen in right now. There seems to be a bit of horseplay, quite literally, with one of our observation officers. Let's see what they have to say.
This is a very good test subject. Look at him. Go fight him with your hands. How many arrows do you have, Oil Rat?
So how much ammo do you have left?
You have quite a few bullets, don't you?
I got some.
You got some? How many do you have right now?
Yeah, a few.
Is this the is this strategy? You just stand here?
Yes, this is the strategy.
You've killed so many of them. How many?
25 left.
Is your team going for the convoy? Because that'd be bad if someone else did. That would be pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just waiting for the team to pull up.
Your team is very slow, but you are so strong, Oil Rats. Keep it up, yes! Destroy! Destroy all of the scientists! The interns will die! I believe in you, Oil Rats. You're doing so good. Do you have enough ammo, though, is the question.
Your theme song.
Yes, play!
13, I got a wet now.
13? You have 13 arrows? That's not enough. That's quite a few scientists left. Here, I'll count them for you. 1, 2. Where's your team at? Oil Rat, where's your team?
Oh shit, I gotta go.
What's happening?
It's coming.
What's coming? What is on the way? Oil Rats, what is here? Oil Rats, what's coming? I'll ride with you. All right, what is coming?
My team is coming.
Your team is here. Where are they? I see arrows. Get some! Destroy them all! The best defense is a good offense! Yes! Attack, my friends!
All right. Welcome.
What have I just watched? What have I just watched?
Oh my gosh. I think we just watched a little bit of, I don't know, German flirting maybe?
It was like a surreal dream. I mean, I was struck by Oil Rats' some kind of like mushroom and ham pizza skirt Oil Rats is wearing, but I mean, just that one particular observation officer is, I mean, the word bonkers, I don't think has ever been used more effectively than describing that officer. And then, and then we had Officer Kara just on a little trumpet, whatever it was, just having the time of their life.
Everybody needs a bard. Everybody needs a bard. And, Oil Rats was running out of arrows. He just needed that little bit of motivation to make those arrows sink where they needed to sink.
Yeah, drop a scrap to your Oil Rats. All right. We did see him, of course. We have plenty of funtivities here for Rust team battles, and this is one of them, the convoy. Basically, hackable crates that will take place and spawn across the maps right now. It looks like Team Oil Rats, or no, this is Team Crowley are here with control over it currently.
This looks fun.
Yeah, Welland are looking to possibly come in and counter this. We have a balloon flying in, so you leave yourself a little bit vulnerable, but you can see they do have some rocks and high grounds to play off of to try and control.
Yes, well, and also the woods there will really, really help to keep the cover. So they've got rid of all the scientists. That is great. That is fantastic. But we got the purple team pushing themselves in. Or lavender, however you would like to say it.
And another fight, possibly another event taking place over here. It's going to be Coco versus Dalucard. Coco are chasing down Dalucard though, but again, running out into the open, extremely scary. It's what are we back at over at Train Power?
We're over at Power, and Coco's team may have only seen about 3 or 4. They're pushing hard into that.
And there are so many fights taking place across the map right now. Back over at Water Treatment, Team Mendo versus Blueprint. Anju taking to the sewers right now to keep himself safe. As you can see, Mendo now coming in to join the fight. Newt playing off that balcony right now. Team Blueprint is starting to back away. Blueprint went down.
He's crawling away.
They're trying to get behind cover. They could possibly pick him up, but they've taken a lot of damage. Blueprint is up.
Nice, nice. Yeah, so that is a great thing that happened, about a year or 2 ago. The crawling. So you can, before you would just lay on the floor, you were dead there, but you can actually crawl yourself to safety to be picked up by a teammate. So it's really a good way to make sure that you can stay in the fight. Although, you know, low health and you'd be slow healing, you're still in the fight and you can still do something to help.
Yeah, Deathwing on that horse once again, controlling Water Treatment with his team, pushing Team Blueprint out. He got tagged from behind. Oh no. Okay, so
they're being pinched.
I think actually he might have been running in front of the fences. And you know when you run in front of the fences, sometimes your name tag doesn't show up. And so pretty sure that's why he got tagged. Trossi stuck underneath in a 1v1. Oh, of course.
Oh.
Deathwing there with the help of his squad will be able to take him out.
Well, we've got Blueprint retreating, maybe regrouping to come back in.
Could have been a possible recycle run for them. So again, I think the comps and the scrap more important than a life right now. Of course, a life on the trains. It's gonna be Coco, right, leading the train with his team.
Wait, have they got a caboose there? They could be doing some gambling.
Ooh,
cheeky bit of gamba.
Yeah, and you keep it moving. What is that movie? It was like the Gamble Train. I don't know. I can't remember. It came out like 2-3 years ago.
Snowpiercer at the moment, so that's all I can think of.
Fantastic movie. Fantastic movie. I love it. Tilda Swinton, Captain America. That's all he is to me, Captain America.
It's only what he's gonna be known as. Oh, we've got a lot of people in the skies this time.
Yeah, I can't tell who the second player is, but that's going to be Team Al Capone right now as we join on board with Team Dalucard. Still, again, moving as a group right now.
Yeah, it's nice to see them moving as a group.
Oh,
they're
we have
going
a satellite
for that
dropping. Yeah, okay.
So we don't have any minis yet. Minis are unlocked at tier 1, I believe. Yeah, after tier 1 is when people can get minis. So we're gonna have slow progress of getting those tags back to base. It's gonna be like a very organic way of getting it, rather than having that advantage with a really good mini pilot who comes in, takes the tags, everyone drops their tags to their feet, and they get out, which is what we saw Sven do, and that's what was doing so well last time.
And speaking of minis and flying and the things you can do in Rust, we also had another update where now you can fly a mini into the underground train system. So we'll see if our fighter pilots have the chops there for that kind of control. I mean, seeing the early videos when it released was absolutely insane. Seeing someone going in with the helicopter is just absolutely insane. We might have a
I'm
small
hoping we
scuffle
see
here.
that.
Ooh, a 3-team scuffle. It's Coco,
Possibly a
Willjump.
fourth. Bernie's in that balloon at the top. Of course.
Just keeping an eye on things right now. It is a fight over this convoy currently.
Yes.
It, I believe, was Coco that had initial control, but it got wrestled away from them.
Yeah, so we've got Team Willjump getting a bit of high ground behind. They're watching what's going on. You know, they're going to probably come in whoever is the winner and then just roll them. And then hopefully get there just in time for the crate to unlock. But they're now pulling away. They're trying to push Team Coco out. They've left that crate there.
Yeah.
If it unlocks,
It's
we have
Dizzy
no
and
idea
Winnie,
how much
though.
time is left on it.
Dizzy and Winnie, they both have horses, and I love how Winnie is actually utilizing that horse as makeshift cover as well. It can tank up a lot of HP, and then of course give you that mobility to get out. So it's kind of keeping them contained, but it is the full squad of, I think, Al Capone or Crowley there. So very difficult to try and push them all out, especially when they have all that rock cover, all the tree formations you were talking about, Becca, to play behind.
Yeah. Yeah, and the trees can tank some of those arrows for you. So, and then Team Willjump look like they're pushing in. Team Coco are rotating. They're trying to get away from. Who's this other team here?
Team Willjump.
This is a pink team.
Oh,
Is
the
it
pink
not? Is
team,
it
that's
El Capone?
Crowley, yeah.
Oh, Crowley.
Yeah, so we got Crowley, Willjump,
Oh, yeah, they're
Coconut
lavender.
here,
Okay.
a little
so
sighting
many
of
colors to
Wellen.
remember. But yeah, they're coming back to the crate now. And then Team Willjump, they're probably going to do their push when they need to.
Yeah, they have some rocks actually to be able to push up on, but you can see they're just playing from the very far back safety. Don't know how much time is left on that hackable crate.
Albin's
But-
just hiding in that little rock there.
Oh, he's fighting
Some
from
of
out
these
there.
loot crates are spawning that will help them. That gives them a
danger
little bit of
is-
cover.
I like how they're playing like not behind these cars right now because those could just despawn at any moment. So like, imagine if you're trying to fight this and you're playing behind one of those cars and they end up despawning in the middle of
Yeah.
it. But it looks like they might have
Willjum's
actually
doing a
secured the loot and gone now. Ooh, big fight over a
Big fight.
forward operating base right now. Rick Galoff in a 1v1. Shuby ends up winning on that one. And now they are in a really tough spot. Is the Team Disguise toast? Wait, Rigoloff's still alive? Oh, he's playing inside the car, the camper van.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, he's
Oh,
down.
yeah. And now he's down.
Okay. Okay.
But then he can have- he
I
can-
didn't
he can
even
have a
realize
spawn
that was
there.
a camper van.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh,
But
boy.
as we've seen in previous times, when you're fighting and trying to take over this fob, it is incredibly difficult, and it's all about keeping that pressure on, but then making sure that you don't get hit, and that is a easier said than done task.
That was a full wipe onto the team. I thought having the presence, being able to win out that 1v1 against Rickloff on the outside might help them out. That's a
the arrows in
huge
the
win
wall.
for Team Toast. They're going to take over this forward operating base, going to destroy all the bags, and they'll have the respawns there.
Yep. And that's fantastic for them. 1 up. 100%. We've still got this fight going on. Everyone is trying to contest this. We've got Kira hanging out in the rock formation. We've still got Team Coco hanging around there, but they have thinned out.
Bernie in the skies, though, to give them information to know. He'll be able
Yep.
to spot out how many teams are in the area. He's dropping down on one.
Ooh.
Oh, what?
Oh, the balloon is gone.
Down.
Oh,
Wow.
no. He is now a sitting duck.
How with a bow and arrow, how do they take it down? That's incredible. Well, I guess when you have 45 players here, is one way, and everyone is just getting their revenge from Team Battle 3 on Bernie.
You may be able to take down the balloon boss Bernie once, but you won't be able to do it again.
And once I get my armored balloon, we'll see who comes out on
We'll
top.
see.
Oh, let's listen in on the comms right now, Becca,
Yeah.
as this big team fight unbreaks.
Got one.
I don't know.
It's on one of the.
Oh, someone's taking crate.
They're instantly calling it on that too. Getting that crate. Oh man, this is such a big fight. I want to see more of it.
I think it's Wildrum because they're running out there.
Yeah, get out, get out, get out. Oil rats in the back,
LTK there
waxing.
as well. LTK representing for the Australians there.
And again, the run back isn't as long either. Like, you don't have a really, really long shoreline to get all the way back to your base too. So it is doable to get across. We saw a lot of shenanigans taking place. Oh my goodness, they're on the beaches.
Here we go, yes.
It's the reverse
I did wonder what was
Normandy?
going on here. Yeah, it's reverse Normandy. I feel like they were ambushing that. They were waiting for whoever gets the crate and just gonna take them down as they go to their island.
Now they are getting third party though. Team Welland pushing out a little bit far. I believe we had another team showing up. Might have been Coco.
Yeah, they're all running after them. They want those points.
Yeah, Coco's here along with Team Crowley. Dizzy spots them out. Crowley's trying to charge forward, chase after him. Horse v horse right there as Crowley is giving chase. Pico is stuck, taking basically a lot of fights. Wait, did they not realize?
Ooh.
Oh wait, this might actually just be all of Team Welland up top. Never mind. Okay, Pico is behind the rock.
Oh yeah. Well, I think Team Welland have got themselves back to base. Yeah, they've just jumped up to 39 points.
Very nice. Yeah,
Very
there's just so many name tags here that it's not all showing up. So there's so many teams here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 with Team Wildrum running back to base. This was a huge objective for our team to play over.
Yeah, and this is what we want to see with these events, and they're just going to get harder and harder as we get more and more higher tier weapons. The fights are just going to become epic.
Yeah, I can't
and
wait
I think
until
Team Wildrum
tomorrow.
are just rotated. They come straight back out for this fight. They want some more tags.
I mean, they got their bag. They left. Now it's time for round 2. Ooh, SK can get picked up. This is a nice little angle here for them.
Yeah.
Omid has fallen as well, but that does leave an opportunity now. Hyper Rat, Trossi charging forward to try and take advantage. Hyper Rat versus possibly Kira on the other side of this fight.
Ooh, these islands, their own home islands, look really nice. Before it was pretty much just a flat island, but they've got some texture to them now. And
Yeah,
it
I
could
love
actually
it.
be really nice for raiding as well. And of course, because they're all identical islands, they're all going to be exploring them themselves, knowing where is going to be a good place for them to raid if they want to, but also where enemy teams are going to raid and where they possibly are going to be watching out for people placing their raid base.
Now, as Team Welland try to retreat, they are getting pinched from multiple sides. You got Blueprint coming in from one angle. You got Team Wildrum coming out from another. Kira, Welland trying their best to survive as Team Crowley might be chasing after Coconut. You got Vader in the back there, Winnie, along with E-Rob. This is such an insane fight with so many teams here. It is completely fragmented, and it looks like Wildrum might have actually spotted a few members of Blueprint. Oh, another big team fight here as well.
Another big fight, yeah.
This is going to be Mendo, Panpots, along with Team Toast.
Oh, this is the other event, the Meteor event.
Look at the geography around where this landed.
Yeah.
The gully, the ditches to play off of, that's absolutely insane. I wonder if someone learned the hard way that when Sputnik crashes down, it drops a lot of landmines.
Oh, I hope they did. It's always funny when someone steps on a landmine. Not when you do it. And I've stepped on a landmine too many frustrating amount of times.
Wondering if that's their balloon up top to try and come in, scoop up the loot, get out. Because this can be a difficult spot to try and
And
move.
actually, that would be a very good thing to have as a balloon ready to
And
float
they're not
away.
shooting at it, so it has got to be theirs. Yep, it is.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Ooh, fight. Team Mendo versus, I think, Toast on the other side of this one.
Yep.
Farmer Lucas coming up with some
He's
clutch
low.
kills here.
I'm weak.
Yeah, he's super low
Yeah.
right now. Needs to heal
Getting
up.
out there.
Oh,
we got some
Racy.
mediocre
Oh,
plays.
Mendo is able to get that one click, it looks like, onto Racy.
Oh, did they both die?
Might have gotten tagged by an
Oh,
arrow.
wow.
This is just
Yeah.
insane fights right now. Mammoth spawns
Oh, wow.
and goes down. Dust has fallen as well. Looks like this is going to be a big win for Team Mendo. They've got the numbers
Valera,
advantage.
I think, is trying to get herself out of there. But she has got a big team chasing her. Hudnik is, I don't know, hiding out. He's one with the trees. Yeah, they've definitely won this.
Yeah, big win for Team Mendo, who
Bella's
right
just
now
getting herself out.
they're in second place overall on the leaderboard. 41 points for them. Team William, though, with that big bag, are narrowly in the lead by 1 point.
Yeah.
42. Of course,
They
these numbers
definitely-
are going to balloon as the days go. This is only day number 1. This is only, what, hour number 2 of the event, of the server.
Yes. Yeah, it's amazing to see all of this action straight away. It's just nice to see as well.
And
But-
in 5 minutes, Becca, we're going to have our first daily challenge, our
Yay.
Prim battle. I can't wait for that.
Oh yeah, we need to see it. I can't wait for it. We've already seen an awful lot of Prim fighting, but this is going to be in an arena. There's going to be lots of little nooks and crannies that people can hide in and jump out, throw a spear in your face, potentially get themselves in a yoker as well.
Yeah, hey,
So-
careful, you're walking towards a group.
Completely different gameplay to what we're seeing now.
Oh man, this fight is still going on. Wellen versus
Post has gone
Willjum.
down.
They've got the high ground.
Yeah, they have
be
got the high
careful.
ground.
Ooh, I'm hearing
But you
some
can peek
arrows
your head
landing.
over and get an arrow in your face. Yeah,
Well,
I've
of
learned
course,
the hard way
because,
many
like,
times.
We can be a little bit, a little, worse for wear when it comes to resources. The bow and arrows are being utilized, I think, quite well. Just makes it easier
Yeah.
to hit, right? It's almost like a log.
Yeah, you're
Might
just
as well
throwing a
use
tree
it.
trunk at somebody.
Yeah, what else are you going to use the bones for? Bone armor?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Team Panpots trying to retreat after they got that loot. Luckily for them, of course, they came in with that hot air balloon to pick it up. Team
Yeah.
Mendo are here to try and pick up any stragglers. There are a few people in the back lines. M2CG, if anyone spots him, Ranger is just running actually parallel to him the whole time. Hasn't shot an arrow at him quite yet. A large bulk of the army is over there where Chicken Coop and more are.
Now, I'm just wondering, did they actually manage to get into that balloon? I think they're just trying to pick them off and get as many tags as possible. Because if they have got into that balloon, then there's no shot really, especially with bows and arrows.
Hey, we did see Bernie get shot out of the sky, but
Yeah.
there was like 60 players there focusing
Yeah.
him down.
Yeah. Not on my watch. Oh yeah, look, there he is. Panpots in the sky.
And he's going straight to base right now. They've chased him
Yep.
all the way to the beaches, and that's where you leave yourself a little bit vulnerable, because take a look at how many teams have shown up for this to try and counter that event. We got Team Al Capone here along with Toast. Toast is calling the retreat. They were like, I think we're getting sandwiched, and there's a full team behind them.
Oh yeah, yep, they are most definitely getting sandwiched. And then they've got Panpots in front of them.
If they want to
So-
turn around on that.
Yep, there's 4 teams here.
Oh no, this is a really bad spot. They're stuck inside of the rocks. There's nowhere for them to really go. You can see now Team Al Capone trying to charge up. Junie is here. Racy trying their best to hold the line, but there's 4 people just barreling down with those arrows. Hutnik
Yep.
now in a 1v15. Oh, that's
They're
a
doing exactly what I said before, where they're just focusing on one person, and as you can see, they just drop it pretty much instantly,
Turn around, there's a whole
and then
team,
turn around,
literally
focus
like
on
8
somebody
people.
else again.
Point blank.
Can you imagine like 10 people running at you with like a bone knife? Bone
Yes,
clubs.
I have played Wipe Day. There's a reason why I don't play Wipe Day.
All right, they're gonna take their losses and just run back. That was just a rough beat, but you see now how strong the comms have to be, right? If you're getting sandwiched, you need to make that call. We need to get out of this position. This is just really bad. We're not winning this one. So just a bunch of nakeds now running out, basically, of that spot. We are on board with Snuffy Fluffy. Love to give him all the props, of course. Can't wait, of course, when we get to tier 1, tier 2 to see Snuffy get his hands on some actual weaponry.
And a little side note, he is a great photographer. He took some fantastic photos of myself and Terpsy Cat at TwitchCon. So, if you need a photographer, give Snuffy a call.
Was that Amsterdam or Vegas?
Amsterdam.
I still haven't been. One day I'll go to TwitchCon and meet you. Vegas was awesome.
Yeah, I really wanted to go this year, but I couldn't make it, and I had the FOMO a little bit too hard.
Nice.
Fuck him up.
Ooh.
Tell him.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Tell him what's up. Naked behind you.
I feel like, they just think every balloon is Bernie. Oh no!
There's a lot of balloon boys this time round. It's quite nice to see.
Get out of there, guys. You guys are getting flanked. You can see, I think that's Team Al Capone coming up behind. Junie has that horse to play off of. Junie versus Abe in a 1v1. Hutnik is there to help out. No, Hutnik's just running. He might actually
bye. See you later.
Be naked.
Oh yeah, to be fair.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people. I think he F1 kills before they had the opportunity.
Yeah, you don't actually give up a tag unless I believe you have a weapon, right? So,
I think
here we are into our first round. Well, this is the daily challenge now, going right into the thick of action. All of our competitors, of course, will have 3 lives now. Bean Can going out here for Pan Pots.
This looks like great fun, actually. And one of those tactics I was saying about just hide in the corner for a little bit.
Heal up
You don't
as
need to
best
run
you
around.
can.
Yeah. Give yourself the opportunity. Just let other people go crazy.
Oh, knife fight. All right, we are on board with Secox here, or Team Al Capone, running as a duo, chasing after a Toast member.
Nice.
Ooh, another connect as he's slowed down.
Oh. Died
All
to
right,
the
that was just
Yoka.
warm-ups. That was just warm-ups, I guess.
No. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's